Chamber will be in order. May we have order, please? Senator from West Virginia.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to offer a common-sense permitting reform amendment. There's been a lot of talk and promises about a supposed deal or fixing our nation's broken permitting system, but we have yet to see any legislative text. My amendment delivers these reforms right now. Among these reforms are provisions that reduce delays in environmental reviews, generally to 2 years or less, while maintaining protections. Eliminating regulatory hurdles that are now driving higher gasoline and energy costs, and implementing the one federal decision. These are things that Democrats say they will support eventually. Let's tackle inflation, permitting, and energy supply challenges right here tonight. Let's finish the Mountain Valley Pipeline now. Americans can't wait, and no one can build back better if we can't build anything at all. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on the amendment. Thank you, and I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
Senator from Delaware.
Mr. President, I rise to speak in opposition to this amendment, which would make sweeping changes to bedrock environmental laws. This amendment would modify the regulatory authorities of the environmental protection agencies and multiple other agencies. It would undermine protection of our water quality, weaken air quality protections, harm wildlife, and would have significant impacts on vulnerable communities. At a time when we need to be moving towards sustainable clean energy sources, it would focus instead on fracking and would prohibit us from considering the impacts of greenhouse gas emissions in federal decisions. And thus, I urge my colleagues to vote no. And, Mr. President, I'd raise a point of order that the pending amendment violates Section 313B1D of the Congressional Budget Act of 1974.
Mr. President?
Senator from West Virginia.
Yes, pursuant to Section 904 of the Congressional Budget Act and relevant budget resolutions, I move to waive, and I ask for the yeas and nays.
On this vote, the yeas are 49, the nays are 50. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative. The motion is not agreed to. The point of order is sustained, and the amendment falls.